And take a moment to just arrive on your mat. I am taking my hands and rubbing them together to warm them up. And I'm going to suggest you do that when you feel ready, when you feel like you've arrived on the ground and everything's here. Just take a moment to rub those hands together. And you can place them somewhere on your body. It might be your eyes, it might be your heart, it might be your belly. But just give your hands that touch onto your body where it gives you that sense of a little, I can drop in a little more. Feeling the warmth of the hands. You can move them around to try on different places. Invite the touch of your hands to enter into your body so that you get into the next layers of your body beneath your skin. Kind of a sense of, I can almost press into the ground with my hands through the body down into the earth, down into the ground. And I'm just kind of touching some different places. You might be staying right where you were. Let's meet at the belly with the hands and just give a rub of the belly round in a circle. And this is a way of arriving. You might feel little moments of tenderness. You could pause, but it's also just a way of saying, here, the energy, come down, down into the lower dantian, into the belly, into the place where we can use the energy for our life force and for the way we move through the world. And take those hands and bring them to the outer waistline, outer hips. Find your breath. You might rake a little bit through your thighs, a little bit, fronts, sides. Maybe bringing your feet to the mat, perhaps wiggling your toes. And let's reach the arms up overhead as the feet are to the ground. Interlace the fingers, draw the palms away from your body, and just windshield wiper your legs gently side to side. Find your breath and connect with that lower dantian, your belly center. This is more of a Chinese medicine term rather than yogic, but it's wonderful to feel the kind of lower part of your body activating. Let's pause that windshield wiper and hug the knees into the chest and wrap your arms around those legs. Tuck your chin, lengthen the crown of the head long, and lengthen your tailbone long. And if it feels nice, you can circle out your ankles a little bit and maybe a rock gently side to side to ease out any tension in the low back. And just let yourself rock and start to find maybe some pleasure in your body through your movements. Hands to the knees and circle the knees. Maybe matching your breath with that circle of the knees. Circle in the other direction as you are ready. Check in with your jaw. While you're at it, maybe stick out your tongue. And let's rise the legs up to the sky and give the ankles a little shake out. Arms can be wherever you want them. And let's take a moment just to actually circle the ankles. While we're at it, let's circle the wrists. Circle in both directions, just like you did the knees. Find your breath. And again, a little kick out for the ankles. And then as you're ready, kick your heels to your butt. Once again, kind of aliveness through the lower body. We'll take another breath or two with this. And we'll rock up gently to a seat or find your way up and bring your hands to your feet and give those feet a touch with your hands that says, I am here, I am steady. Feeling the soles of your feet, inviting energy down into the ground. And know that you are always touching the earth. You're never not touching the earth. So this touch of your hands to the feet will remind you of that. Maybe a little rub to the inner arches, to the tops of the feet, touching each toe. We're going to go ahead and focus on one foot. So right leg straightens out, left foot comes in to more connection with both hands. And we're going to just take a minute to bowstring the hip so the hands come to that shin and let almost like a rocking of the baby or a bowstring, opening the hip. And then we're going to thread, the left hand supporting the foot and the leg, and the right hand is going to thread through the spaces between the toes on the right foot and just invite a nice circle for your right ankle, your right foot, checking in with the bones of that foot. And then a nice easy rock again through the hip and the leg. Maybe the whole torso kind of goes with it. And then gently place that leg down. Both legs are stretched. Give both legs a little shake out. And we're going to take the other side. So the hands come to the attention of the left foot, and you're going to find that nice bowstring. You could do it with hands on shin or foot. You could also kind of wrap around so the elbows kind of hug the lower leg. See what feels best in your body right now. Right arm is going to support the leg, and left hand is going to thread its fingers through the spaces between the toes on that right foot. And then we're going to invite a little winding and unwinding of the ankle. Finding breath, really making connection with your foot and your hand. Hands help ground too. I'll take another breath, bowstringing the leg, and then lengthen that right leg long and out on the mat and give both legs a shake. And we're gonna take loose fists or fingertips to your legs and just a nice little kind of pounding out, saying, hello, I'm here. We're going to go down the outsides of the legs and up the insides 3 times. So tapping down the outer legs with those fists, all the way down to your feet if you can, and then up the inseams. One more round. Down and up. And then cross your ankles and give a nice little tap to your belly if that feels okay. It could also be the rub again. And make your way to your side waist and your low back. Tapping the low back with loose fists or just gently rubbing. See how high up your back you can go and punch your glutes a little bit. Tap those legs one more time. And then bring your hands to your knees and pause and breathe. And just feel kind of waist down. Get a sense of rootedness through your legs and your feet and your pelvis. These 2 beautiful butterfly-shaped bones that we have supporting the organs. Maybe a moment to connect with the organs of the low belly, the bladder, the reproductive organs. Breathing some breath into that belly. Breathing some breath into the low back. So breathe behind you. And from this moment of really connecting waistline, belly, legs, feet, really feel the tailbone. Imagine that you had a dinosaur tail kind of rooting you into the ground. And from that place, you could rise upward through the crown of your head and really find your full length, your full spaciousness for a moment to touch your dignity and the dignity of all beings. Kind of embodying it. And then we'll start circling the wrists and the fingers and just really get get into the movement there. We're still kind of rooting, but we're also kind of connecting into the upper body now. Circling, starting to circle the elbows, maybe making interesting, beautiful movements through the air and space. Imagine you're an artist creating something beautiful in the air in front of you. And maybe imagine you're a swimmer and go for a swim. Front stroke to start. Letting your head kind of do the crawl, also kind of going side to side. And then as you're ready, backstroke. And if you're not ready for a big backstroke, take it slower, take it maybe elbows more bent. See what works for you. And then we'll come to the shoulder movement, just forward, up, back, and down with those shoulders, letting the head also move along with any which way it wants to, staying loose in the wrists and the fingers and the forearms, staying rooted, waistline down. Come to that goddess shape with the elbows wide and the palms open, and feel those palms like sensors. Imagine the palms and the soles of the feet sensing the world. This is a really nice way to ground too, feeling that the sensation in your palms and feet. Open the elbows, drop the shoulders, press on open through the chest. Stick out your tongue and take a roar. Ha! Shake out your head a little bit and open your arms wide. Turn the pinkies up, the thumbs down. Imagine possibilities entering into the palms of the hands, and drop the fingertips and open the inner wrists. Breathing through your whole being. Drop the fingers the other way and open the backs of the wrists. Give a little wiggle to those fingers. And then take a hug around your body with the right elbow on top, and hands reach back for those shoulder blades. Maybe you get them. And then circle the elbows. So you're kind of opening up the space in the back. Circle bigger, circle smaller, do what you can, finding that range of motion, and then circle in the other direction. Start small, get bigger. Pause in any place that feels good. And then we'll pause in the center, drop the shoulders and drop your head so the back of the neck opens, the chin drops, the chest is supported by the hug. And just find a big breath into the back of your heart. Draw your belly in and find a big breath into the low back, imagining the breath opening the back space. And then release those elbows wide into the goddess shape again, and give a little wiggle to those fingers. Open the palms, maybe circle the wrists if you need, whatever you need. And then reach the arms out wide, that big open hug. And turn the pinkies up and the thumbs down. And this time just a couple pulses with the arms back behind you, opening the chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, and we'll hug around ourselves again. This time the left elbow comes on top. Hands reach for those shoulder blades. Shoulders drop and circle the elbows. And it might feel really different one side from the other. So just be with what is, pause where you need, go bigger, go smaller. And when you're ready, circle in the other direction. Let your head move around with this. Find your breath. Take another moment. And then we'll draw the arms up and thumbs up. The other 4 curl in and drop the shoulders, and let the energy kind of flow from your hands, from those thumbs, down the arms and down into your low belly, down into the earth. And then take your hands to the back of your head and drop your chin towards your chest. Open the back of the neck. As you're ready, circle, release the hands and circle ahead. Oh, take your time with that. And when you're ready, circle in the other direction. And if it's not a full circle, that's okay. You pause where you need. Find your size when you need them. And then take a moment just to sit and be. And I'm going to invite an energy awareness of the breath coming up the back of the body and down the front. So imagine there was a big circular loop as you breathed, and you breathed up your back all the way to the crown of the head, and then down the front. You might even tuck the chin a little bit, and the energy goes down, 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 down to that lower belly. And just take 3 breaths with that kind of circular awareness up the back. Exhale down the front. Inhale up the back. Exhale down the front. And one more up the back. And down the front. And flow the arms high. Interlace the thumbs this time and walk your fingertips back. Lift your chest. Big breath in. Exhale, left hand to the right thigh, and the right hand comes, the right knee, and the right hand comes behind you, and we twist. And we breathe. And we move with grace and simplicity. The left hand invites the knees off to the left, and the rest of us is kind of spinning off to the right. So feeling 2 things at once. Let your gaze go past your right shoulder. Drop your chin a little bit to stretch the neck. Feel yourself winding, winding, winding. Big breath in. Like a clock that's getting tighter and tighter. We'll take a breath, coil. And then we'll unwind that coil nice and easy and turn to the left and bring your hands to the ground, maybe forearms to the ground, bow your head. A little unwind moment, shake out your head. Give yourself a nod, yes and no. And walk yourself on up and take a moment with the hands to the knees. Let's switch the cross of the legs just for fun and find that moment of just the breath awareness up the back, down the front. Often different from what we do. It's maybe bringing a little softness to your chest, more openness to your back. Reach the arms high, interlace the thumbs, switch the clasp of the thumbs, walk your arms behind you. Now lift the chest. And the right hand lands to the left knee and the left hand comes behind, and we spin and we twist. The right hand guides the knees over to the right, and everything else is spinning left, left, left. The head is free rein. The head goes where it needs to go. Everything goes where it needs to go, but it's nice to have this kind of experiment in order. Breathing big and deep. Find your gaze and where it wants to be. Take another breath in. Feel the tightening, the winding up sensation. Inhale. And then a gentle unwind, an untwist over to the right. Bow it down. Hands, forearms, whatever. Shake it out. Finding your way from here to all fours. And just take a moment to lengthen one leg out and then the other. Coming on the ball of each foot, finding the spread of the toes, gazing one side and then the other. Finding your breath. Meeting me with that right leg back behind you. And take a little bounce. Find this, once again, this kind of connection from your waistline down as you move through the right leg, especially. And then launch your right leg into space and lengthen your left arm forward and reach through your bones. And let's circle the wrist and ankle again. Really freeing up the joints is a really wonderful way to free energy. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Take a breath, inhale, and then exhale. Bend your right knee and reach back for your right foot with your left hand. Can you touch? Can you do it? Lift your right thigh, open your left chest. Find a really lovely breath. Opening, inhale. And then exhale, lengthen out. Left hand down, right foot down. Right arm rises skyward and reach through your wingspan and lean back and open up. Maybe your head drops back a little bit. Feel the spread through that right shoulder, chest, and then big wide windmill circle with your right arm all the way around. Follow with your eyes. Really beautiful work for the shoulder. Circle in the other direction. Really also beautiful work to invite in more breath. Maybe reach your right arm over your right ear. Extend your whole right side from fingertips all the way down through that outer right foot. Especially stretch through the waistline and the outer thigh. Maybe you float your right leg into space, and maybe you bend your knee and reach back for your foot. Open your chest, open your belly, open your thigh. One last breath. And unfurl, come on out. Let's move it around hips, shoulders, head, your way. Focusing where you want and need to focus. Love yourself up here. Maybe some cats and cows. Maybe you check in with the spaces around your ribs. Let's meet in a neutral moment, stillness, relative stillness. And then lengthen your left leg back and spread the toes and find that nice bounce. If you don't like the bounce, that's fine. You can go with stillness instead. All good. Feel energy moving, flowing through you. Can you loosen up a little bit to find that? And then float the left leg into space and launch your right arm forward and reach through your bones, reach through your being, expand and circle the wrist and the ankle, open things up rather than locking them down, and bend your left knee and reach back for your foot with your right hand. Launch your left thigh high, open the chest. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Breathe. Feel, experience all there is to feel. And then release arm and leg. Place right hand down, left foot down. Turn to the side. Launch your left arm up and lean back a little bit and open that left chest. Maybe the head falls back gently. Circle out that left arm, big wide windmill circle all the way around you. Pausing anywhere it feels like, oh, that's the stretch I need. Circling in the other direction. Maybe following it all with your eyes. Meet me with left arm over left ear, outer left foot, pressing into the ground. Stretch, spread. Breathe. Perhaps the left leg floats into space, and maybe you bend that knee and reach for that foot. Yogi's choice, always. Feel the gaze point that feels right. We'll take one more breath. And then we'll release, come on out, feet together, knees wide, set back in a child pose. And you can always wiggle around in your child pose. The hips draw back, the arms lengthen forward, the forehead drops down. You could also have your arms by your sides if that's better. It might feel more grounding also. But when the forehead and the bridge of the nose touch the ground, it can be an incredible moment to just feel your connection to earth, to let go of all the thoughts, the anxiety, return it to the earth. It can take it. Spread your bones, ground yourself. Just a few more breaths. Let's walk the hands over, the arms over to the left, and set your outer right hip back and really draw yourself long on the right side. The left hand could anchor the right hand. Big breaths. Any movement that helps open up any sticky spots. When you're ready, you walk on over to the other side. Maybe the right hand comes on top of the left and the left shoulder draws back, the outer left hip draws back. Breathe, move, find your delight with this pose. We'll take another breath or two. Maybe you walk even further to the right. with the left hand. And let's find our way to center and rise our way on up and curl the toes under and launch into down dog and arrive the way you need to. Bend one knee and then the other. So we've spent a little extra time on the ground as per requested. Just see how it feels to sort of rise up off the ground a little bit more. Breathe into your bigness, breathe into your smallness. Let's turn the toes to the left and the heels to the right and stretch and spread. And then turn the toes to the right and the heels to the left, stretch and spread. And then let's launch the right leg up to the sky and bend your right knee, roll your hip open. Just love that stretch and spread, and then step your right foot forward. Let's sink down gently onto the left knee. You might walk your left knee back an inch or two. Turn your right toes out to the right and come on the knife edge of that right foot and just kind of move around for some really great motion for the hip. You might turn your head a little side to side. We'll just take a couple breaths with it. And then turn your right toes to face forward again. And let's find our blocks for our hands and come up into a pyramid pose, pulling back through the hips. Take a moment with the torso parallel to the ground, crown of head long. Come into connection with your feet and your lower body before going anywhere. Take a breath. Feel both feet. Really come alive through those legs. Maybe you enhance your muscular contraction, or maybe you release a little bit. See what feels good to just come into awareness of the legs. And then bow your head down. Let the head go and lift your hips high. You might stay on blocks. You might rearrange a little bit. You could also lift the 5 toes of the right foot and place a block underneath the ball of the right foot. Feels amazing. We'll take another breath or two. Maybe a shakeout for the head. Breathe into the back of the body. Last breath or two. Squeeze the belly in for one breath. And let's step it back to a high plank. Just feeling, pausing. You could always bring your knees down if you're wanting something a little more gentle. But just take a moment to feel your fierceness, your power, your strength. One more breath. And then exhale, knees down, chest down, chin down, a little wiggle worm to the body and belly down and palms stay down. We just lift on up. Feel your back bend. Feel your crown launching skyward, but still grounded through those lower legs, lower limbs. Belly, one more breath. Let's gently come on down. Press back to a child pose. Maybe a little wag. And then when you feel ready, rise your way up back to downward facing dog. Palms press forward, hips rise high. Left leg launches to the sky and bend your left knee and roll your hip open and feel the gorgeous stretch here. And we'll go ahead and step your left foot forward, dip down gently onto your right knee. Turn your left toes out to about 10 o'clock. Come up on the knife edge of that left foot and a little sway side to side, just a stretch for the hips. Your way, your body. We're all very different in how we move through our hips. It's quite interesting, actually. And then take a moment to turn the toes, left toes forward. Find your blocks. Move yourself into a pyramid pose. Pull your hips back. Parallel the spine to the ground to start. Find your lower limbs, waistline, hips, legs, ankles, feet, and toes. And just breathe into your awareness with that. And when you're ready, then you bow and you let your head bow. Still maybe staying in contact with the sensation of your lower body. Maybe that's really important for you today. The head bows, the hips rise. Maybe you place a block under the ball of the left foot. Breathe into the back line of your body. One more breath. And let's step it back strong, high plank. And this time we'll just hover directly into low push-up. And then we'll open up into a back bend, heart high, hips, thighs still grounded. Inhale. And exhale, pull back, hips high, head bows. There's often like two directions happening at the same time in yoga. So notice like the hips are rising and the head is bowing, the shoulders drawing back, the palms really pressing into the earth. These two motions simultaneously. One more breath in. Exhale everything out. Bend your knees, look forward, spring, step, or float to the top. Hands to shins for that flat back, lift and lengthen. Hands to the hips, lengthen. Find your way to standing. Take a moment to stand and feel your connection to earth from your waistline down through your hips, your legs, your feet. And then a lifting up from that groundedness, from your belly button kind of up through the crown of your head. Shoulders still grounding and dropping. And let's actually start to find our shake by shrugging our shoulders and kind of shaking out the arms, and then let the rest of the body follow. A little shake, a little dance, maybe a little hop or a skip or a run, maybe a little boogie. See what feels good in your body and your being. Check in with your feet and your toes, the soles of your feet. Is there anything that needs to move around? Check your knees, give them a shake. Check your butt, give it a shake, shake, shake. Whole body, just check it all out. Take a little stock of what's happening and move it, dance it. Really, really, we need to keep dancing. Keep dancing furiously. And then when you're ready, come into your spin, your twist, your standing twist here, tapping the body gently with your hands. I love to tap my chest and my low back. See if you like it too, or try something different. And then move the tap to the base of the ribs, either front and back. Kind of tapping and awareness to the organs. Still very aware of the lower dantian, that belly. And let's actually tap the belly, front and back, low back and belly. And then just tap the belly. maybe tap a little up and down. And then find your way to your stand once again. And just, you might even tap your legs a little bit before that, just to find like, my lower body is here. I am grounded. Maybe you say that to yourself. I'm connected to the earth. The earth gives me power. The earth gives me rest. The earth helps me not think too much or get too anxious. Let's flow the arms high, big breath in. And swan dive down, big breath out. And lift and lengthen, flat back, reach it out. And then rise your way back up on an inhale. And we're just going to step wide into a warrior two. So we're just taking it a little easier today, not going through as much vinyasa, spending more time closer to the ground, but we want to come into a warrior pose. We want to find this warrior two. And the arms are lengthening out, and the stance is powerful and relaxed. And the breath is flowing through our bodies, and we're grounded and we're rising. Turn your palms open and reverse your warrior, strong through the legs, open hearted through the upper body. One breath. Knee be at a side angle and lengthen your left arm over your left ear. And then we're going to transition right into triangle. So straighten out that right leg and launch your left arm to the sky. And I brought my hand to a block behind my right foot. I highly recommend a block, though a shin or down to the ground is great. You might also want to micro bend that right knee, all good. So the torso starts to spin upward toward the sky to the left. And the right hip is just kind of spinning a little bit to the right gently. So notice the counter twists. the counter spins. We'll take one more breath with it. And then we'll go ahead and bring the hands right down toward the front leg and come into a Skandasana. Right knee bends, left leg long. You could draw your hands to your heart and just breathe it. And then we're going to walk on over to the other side. So the left leg bends, left knee bends, and the right leg lengthens long. Hands to heart or floor, whatever feels best. You could also open the arms out like a ninja. One more breath. Let's come on forward to the top and transition to our pigeon. Right foot moves over to the left. Hips drop down, heart lifts up. Take a moment just to celebrate this shape, your body's ability to do all the things it does. One more breath. Take a bow, bow it down. Surrender and really feel supported by the earth. When the head and the heart face the ground, it's very relieving. So just feel that groundedness. Can you let go of something in your body, maybe an anxiety or a thought that is not given up? Can you just release it just for a moment? We will come back to it. Feel into your hips, feel into your shoulders and your jaw. Last couple breaths. Let's rise. Keep your right knee bent and swing your left leg around and across. This is Una's favorite transition. Right arm hugs around the bent left leg and the left arm rainbows around the back. And we twist and we spin as the left knee hugs in. Everything else turns to the right. To the left. Take that really wonderful spin, that twist. Love it up. One more round, kind of twisting of the coil. We'll take a breath. And we'll unfurl and we'll step it straight back to our downward facing dog. And we'll open everything up. Open the windows and the doors of your body. Take a breath. Air it out. Bend your knees. Look forward. Spring, step, or float to the top. Reach it out flat back. Lift and lengthen. Hands to the hips and press through your feet and rise. Really feel the groundedness there. Launch the arms high and hands come together and right through the center of your being. Top of the head, center of the forehead, nose, lips, chin, throat, heart. Stand, root, and rise. Take a breath. And let's step wide into Warrior Two on the second side. So left foot steps and landing in that Warrior Two shape without having to go through the whole vinyasa. It's different. There's power here as the arms expand and your gaze is steady and your breath fills you with a softness. Turn your palms open and reverse your warrior. Feel the ground as you celebrate the sky. One breath. Meet me in side angle, left elbow to left thigh, right arm over the right ear. Big stretch, big love for the right side. And as you're ready, straightening that left leg and launching the right arm right up to the sky, opening the chest. Again, a little micro bend in left knee might be good. The belly and the ribs and the heart spin toward the sky, toward that right palm. The inner left thigh is opening in opposition toward the left. Enjoy the twists and the counter twists. Love your body, love this moment. We'll take one more breath. wherever you are. And we'll bend the left knee and come into our Skandasana, straightening the right leg. Hands to the heart or the ground or wide open or up in the sky. You choose, maybe wrapped around you. So much beauty. And then walk it on over to the other side. Right knee bends, left leg lengthens. And celebrate this moment. Just feel the shape, however it is for you. Make your way back to the front. And we're going to find our way to pigeon. Left foot walks to the right side. Hips drop, heart lifts. Set yourself up for beauty. Set yourself up for both kind of a celebration of your body and also the invitation to rest and relax and soothe yourself, ease, feel. Maybe emotion arises in these more slower, more still poses and moments. What can you soften? What wells up in you as you soften? A few more breaths here. Really letting go into the moment, drifting. Last breath. Rise on up, take your time. Left knee stays bent, right leg swings around the outside of that left foot, that left leg, and the left arm hugs around the bent right knee. Right arm rising up to the sky as you stay grounded through your lower body. And rainbow round and twist and spin and feel the knee hugging in as you turn to the right. Oh, the beauty and intensity here. Breath guides the way. Breath fills and empties, makes space. Last one. And let's release. And this time we're going to bring the knees up and the feet down and roll your way on down so that you're lying on your back, but a little moment to use your core to get down. And we're going to come into a bridge pose to open the shoulders and the front body. So walk your feet closer to your hips, your hands could tickle your heels. And if you need a block for under your hips, have it ready. If you feel like you want something super restorative today, we press through our feet and lift through our hips. Maybe you place the block under those hips, always welcome. Maybe you use your body strength to stay up. And the shoulder joy is interlacing the hands underneath you, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the thighs and the hips, and broadening the chest as the shoulder blades squeeze together. You could also reach for the side of your mat if that's a better way for you. Check in with your head and neck, make sure it feels good. You might be squeezing your glutes mightily, which is welcome. Or you could relax and release them a little more, working the hamstrings, or what part of you needs to work in order for the rest of you to kind of settle into this experience. Take a breath or two, really celebrate, open up. Come down as you're ready. Lengthen the body long, reach arms and legs. Long body. Stretch through one side and then the other. We can do the snowman pose if you've got space around you. Arms like the snow angel. Even legs like the snow angel, if you like, wide and together, wide and together, making a snow angel. Let's take one more bridge pose. So feet come down, plant through the feet, and when you're ready, lift through the hips. There's no rush. Maybe this time you use the block for a little more support, a little more restorative. The block could be any height. The hands interlacing beneath you might be like, oh, this is the key to the pose for me. Just widening and opening the chest and the heart, breathing into the shape of you, maybe shape shifting just a little bit with this pose. It's really a shapeshifter pose. Breathe into the fronts of your thighs and hips and whole front torso. One more breath. And gently, your timing, come on out. Once again, straightening the legs and the arms. Maybe a reach or a wag or a snow angel. We're going to come to closing our practice. So I'm going to invite a twist. So draw the knees into the chest and just take a little rock side to side, easing out any low back tension. Hands to the knees and circle the knees. And you might have a different way that you want to close your practice, but I'm going to invite the right knee hugs in, the left leg lengthens out, and the right knee twists over to the left. If you'd rather do an inversion or a core, a little bit of core moment before closing, that's great. But this twist feels very integrative. There are all kinds of ways to integrate our practice. Just check in and feel, maybe let go a little more. If you've been in the twist, when you feel ready, switch it up. Maybe take a rock in the middle. Left knee stays hugged in, right leg lengthens out long, and twist to the other side. This is all on your timing and your expression. The right hand guides the left knee to the right. The left arm opens out to the left, and there's this beautiful wringing out. Maybe an invitation for a little deeper breath. And you stay, once again, as long as you like. There's no need to be anywhere. You can also stay in Shavasana longer than we have for the class. If you have time to just lie in Shavasana and be, what a wonderful gift that is. So we are setting up for that final pose, Shavasana. Corpse pose, the final pose of rest, and a deep, deep grounding. So if you haven't felt grounded yet, now is your time to just bond with the earth. Make sure you feel supported and warm and cozy, and everything's here in order. It is as it is. And we just let go and release. I'm going to hold the space, so there's no need to plan or think. I am there for you to do that. And you can just be with the earth, be with gratitude for your practice. Time to feel and shift gears. Time to breathe and let go. And take a big breath in. And a long breath out. And open up your breath full and deep. Expanding, and on the exhale, just releasing, softening, letting go. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And let your head roll easy side to side. It's coming alive through the soft animal body that you have, the one just so gentle and tender, yet really integrated throughout, moving whatever feels right, maybe stretching, finding your way to rolling on your side and pausing and touching, hugging, congratulating, caring, holding. Let the forehead drop to the ground and let go of anything that is not serving you right now. Holding on to the important parts as you rise to your seat. And let's once again just bring our hands together, rub, 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 rub those hands, create some friction and some heat. And we'll bring those hands to our hearts and just let the energy go in where it needs to go in. Go through you and let it go out into the world as it needs to go out into the world. Lift your thumbs to your third eye between your brows and let that enlighten you. Let that bring you to a place beyond words. From there, we'll bow to one another's light and to peace. Namaste.